The California sun beat down on the crowd gathered near Coachella on October 12, 2024. Temperatures soared, a reminder of the desert heat that defines this region. But the heat didn't deter the thousands who flocked to see former President Donald Trump. They came in droves, eager to hear his message and show their support. Flags waved, chants erupted, and the energy was palpable. This was a Trump rally, and the excitement was undeniable. The rally, held at the sprawling Calhoun Ranch, drew a massive crowd. Supporters, many of whom had arrived hours early, endured long lines and security checks. The air buzzed with anticipation as they waited for Trump to take the stage. For them, this wasn't just a political rally. It was an event, a chance to be a part of something bigger. The choice of Coachella Valley for this rally was no accident. This region, known for its music festivals and liberal leanings, is not typically considered Trump country. Yet here he was, in the heart of California, aiming to make a statement. The large turnout, even in this unlikely location, demonstrated the enduring appeal of Trump's brand of populism. The rally, however, wasn't just a show of support. It also drew its fair share of criticism and protest. Opponents of Trump gathered nearby, holding signs and voicing their dissent. They criticized his policies, his rhetoric, and his presence in their community. The stark contrast between supporters and detractors underscored the deep political divisions that continue to grip the nation. Local officials, too, expressed concerns. The cost of security, the strain on local resources, and the potential for disruptions were all points of contention. The rally, while a boon for local businesses, also presented logistical challenges for the authorities tasked with ensuring public safety. Despite the criticisms and challenges, the rally proceeded, a testament to the unwavering commitment of Trump's base and the effectiveness of his campaign machinery. It was a reminder that even in the final weeks of a tightly contested election, Trump remained a force to be reckoned with. Trump, true to form, didn't shy away from controversy. His speech, delivered with his trademark blend of bombast and grievance, touched upon familiar themes. He railed against illegal immigration, vowing to build the wall and secure the border. He painted a dystopian picture of a nation overrun by criminals and promised to restore law and order. Vice President Kamala Harris, a frequent target of Trump's ire, was also in his crosshairs. He criticized her handling of the border crisis, accusing her of incompetence and indifference. He painted her as a radical leftist, out of touch with the concerns of ordinary Americans. Trump's attacks on Harris were part of a broader strategy to energize his base and demonize his opponents. By portraying the Democrats as weak, radical, and out of touch, he sought to frame the election as a choice between two starkly different visions of America. A red stand in a blue state, the strategic significance. The decision to hold a rally in Coachella Valley, a Democratic stronghold, was a calculated gamble. Trump's campaign hoped to galvanize support in unexpected places and demonstrate his appeal beyond his traditional base. The large turnout, even in this unlikely location, suggested that their strategy might be working. The rally also served as a reminder of California's importance in the Electoral College. While the state is not considered a battleground in the traditional sense, Trump's campaign hoped to chip away at the Democratic advantage and potentially influence the outcome of the election. Beyond electoral calculations, the rally was a symbolic victory for Trump. By holding a large-scale event in the heart of liberal California, he sent a message to his supporters and detractors alike. He was still a force to be reckoned with. Local reactions, a mix of enthusiasm and apprehension. The rally elicited a mixed bag of reactions from Coachella Valley residents. Trump's supporters were thrilled, relishing the chance to see their champion in person and hear him speak. They praised his policies, his energy, and his willingness to challenge the status quo. Others, however, were less enthusiastic. Some residents expressed concern about the divisive rhetoric and the potential for unrest. They worried about the image of their community and the message that the rally sent to the rest of the nation. The rally highlighted the deep political divisions that exist not just in Coachella Valley, but across the country. It was a reminder that even in a state as reliably blue as California, Trump's message continues to resonate with a significant segment of the population. The final stretch. Trump's closing argument. The Coachella rally was just one stop on Trump's whirlwind tour in the final weeks before the election. As the campaign entered its final stretch, Trump ramped up his attacks, crisscrossed the country, and sought to rally his base. His message remained largely unchanged. He was the only one who could make America great again. Whether his message would resonate with enough voters to secure him a second term remained to be seen. But one thing was certain: Trump, never one to shy away from the spotlight, would continue to dominate the headlines until the very end, to make America great again.
Thank you very much. This is a rather nice crowd. You can't see the end of it. Hello back there. Boy, you are so far. I don't know if they can see anything. I want to give a special hello to Coachella. We have had a great reception here, and look at this crowd. This is like record stuff. As far as the eye can see, that means we're going to do very well. This is like a poll. And a very also special hello to the state of California. We got to make it better. We got to make it better. I stand before you today in the heart of the majestic Coachella Valley to declare that the Republican Party will always put America first and lead us on to victories like you have never seen before. We got a big victory. Because we've become the party of common sense. You know, we call it common sense. We're conservative. Who the hell knows? We might even be a little bit liberal. But you know what? We have common sense. We have common sense. That's what it's all about. No, we're nice and conservative, but we do it the proper way, and we're doing numbers that nobody's ever seen. Look at these rallies. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. Nobody's ever seen. And we're fighting for hardworking citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed, right? And that sun is hot. I'll tell you. Should I or should I not put on the hat, the famous hat? Okay. Who wants me to put it on? Who loves my hair and said you shouldn't put it on? All right, I'm putting this sucker. That sun is hot. Right. Tell me if it's nice in here. Okay? Mr. Wall. I love Mr. Wall. Front row Joes over here. They're here. They come. And we have the great women from North Carolina over here.
These are really bad. These are really evil people. And they also have terrorists coming in, and they have the drug lords coming in, and they say, if you ever come back, we're going to kill you. So we're stuck with them, but we're not stuck with them. They're going back. They're going back. They're going back, and they're going back fast. And if the countries don't want to take them back, I just say very simply, that's okay. We're going to tariff every damn product you sell into the U.S. And they're going to say, like they always have to me, sir, we would love to take MS-13 gang members back. We think they're wonderful people. You know, we had that problem when I first came in. You had Honduras. You had, I'd say, 3 or 4 different countries, a little bit Mexico. But you had these countries, and they wouldn't take their people back. And I said to one of the generals, I want to get MS-13 the hell out. They used to put airplanes on the runway, so we'd have an airplane go up and it couldn't land and come back. That was with Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? And we got them all back. We took them out. You know who took them out? ICE. And you know what she wants to do with ICE? She wants to get rid of ICE. I know some guys in the front couple of rows that they're very tough, but they don't want to be in ICE. They don't want to be. They're not that tough. But we are known all throughout the world now as an occupied country. We're like an occupied country. We got people taking over parts of Colorado. We have people taking over other states. A lot of states don't want to talk about it because they're embarrassed. The governor's embarrassed. The mayors are embarrassed. But it's no different, really, than if we lost a war. But to everyone here in California and all across our nation, I make this pledge to you. November 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. Liberation Day. We're going to be liberated. You ever think you'd hear that 10 years ago, 15 years ago? We're going to liberate our country from criminals. How stupid are we? How stupid are these leaders? They're stupid people. I will rescue California and every town across America that's been invaded and conquered. And we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of the country, which is number 1. In May, an illegal alien was arrested in Los Angeles, you know about this, and charged with sadistically raping 2 women in the back of a windowless van that police said was raping many people. Detectives believe this monster and many more victims whom he drove around late night looking for women, and a remote mountain canyon was involved, and the whole thing, no cell service, no anything, everything. Everybody was very sophisticated, in other words, viciously tortured. The women were really, really badly hurt. One woman said, he didn't want to rape me, he wanted to kill me. But they got him. And now we have to put him away for a long time. That's the thing, you know. I don't know Gaston, but I hear he's down in the polls, and that's a very good. Years old, Maryland, mother of 5. Also broke into a home in Los Angeles just before that after crossing the border illegally. We had the strongest border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Illegally came in and horrifically assaulted a local 9-year-old girl and her mother, beat them up badly, very badly. One is maybe not even going to make it. In July, an illegal alien who was previously deported 3 times was arrested in Central Valley for sneaking up to a mobile home early in the morning and setting it on fire while a 32-year-old woman and her 7-year-old daughter and son of 10 years old were inside, all of whom were killed in the most excruciating deaths, and people watched it happen. There was nothing they could do about it. My message to the American people is very simple. No person who has inflicted the violence and terror that Borders R. Harris has unleashed on our country can ever be allowed to become the President of the United States. You can't let this happen. And anyone who would import criminal gangs to occupy America, we're not going to be occupied by anybody, cannot ask to be President of this country. Anyone who orchestrated an invasion of America cannot lead America. Kamala Harris her reign of terror ends the day I take office. She's finished. And to expedite removals of Trendy, Aragua, and other savage gangs. There are many savage gangs. MS-13 is probably even meaner. They don't like using guns, they like using knives. They cut up 2 young girls, beautiful young girls, walking to school in Long Island. They like Long Island for some reason, a lot of them, but ICE got them out, largely got them out. But 2 beautiful young girls walking to school, and they cut them up with knives. They cut them up into little pieces. Both of them died. They didn't want to use a gun because a gun's not going to...
You want it?
And we will call it Operation Aurora. That's what we're going to, in honor of the people that have suffered in Aurora at the hands of this horrible gun, Operation Aurora. And if they come back, it's by letting people come in. No proof, no anything. They didn't need anything. There was no vetting. Just come on in. Where were you? Who are you? Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Murderers were coming in. Remember CNN, they had this young reporter, beautiful young reporter, talking to somebody. Where do you come from? I come from Colombia. Oh, were you in jail? Yes, I was in prison. What did you do? Murder. That was his one great thing, though. He's got an ability that he can put down one of those 16-ounce little things and then I wondered, what were all those airplanes doing flying into our country? That's how we found them. We had like hundreds of planes flying over the border. They say, we're going to make the border tougher. How about she said, oh, we had a good border bill, but Trump talked Congress out of it. I didn't talk anybody out. The bill was defective, it was terrible. Millions of people would have come in and would have been made citizens, but that's not the point. The point is, they slowed it down so the numbers looked a little bit better, not much, but what they didn't do is stop airplanes from pouring in with thousands of people. Hundreds of thousands of people a year are flown into the middle of our country. In other words, they're sick, and that's what they want. That's their policy. You know, they were trying to convince us, yes. All of a sudden she said, yes, we can do. For 3.5 years, think of this. She was saying the other day, yes, oh yes, we want to have a border. Well, the first time she ever said it, she almost threw up when she said it. But the numbers were looking very bad for her, the poll numbers. She was getting trounced. She was getting trounced. And then all of a sudden she said, no. What a friendly group this is. I thought there was only one up there. Warriors. A real warrior. And also somebody that's doing a beautiful job out here, even though, I mean, sadly, when you send out 38 million ballots and it's just sitting there. We're going to have to work on elections. We need borders. And we need fair elections, and we're going to work on it. But she is doing a great job, and she says I'm setting all sorts of records. GOP chair, California, Jessica Patterson. Jessica, thank you very much. Thank you. Great job. Just really great job. And somebody else will say.
And we will keep men out of women's sports. Men out of women's sports. I will defend the Second Amendment, protect religious liberty, restore free speech, and we will secure our elections like they've never been secured before. And under the Trump administration, we will put American citizens first, American children first, American patients first, American taxpayers first, American workers first, and American communities. We're going to put them first. But we will put communists, Marxists, and fascists last. They're going to be last. And they will always be last. We will defend our territory. We'll defend our families. We will defend our communities. We will defend our civilization. We will not be conquered. We will not be occupied. We will not be invaded. We will reclaim our sovereignty. We will reclaim our nation, and I will give back your freedom and give back your life. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda once and for all. And we want record numbers. We want to make it too big to rig. We want to go out and have record numbers. Get everyone you know and vote. After all we've been through together, and we've been through a lot, we've watched our country disintegrate right in front of us. We stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. I think we could do that. I think these have a chance to be the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. And with your help, from now until Election Day, we will redeem America's promise, and we will take back the nation that we love. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. I believe that. We'll take back our country. And together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much, California. Thank you, everybody.